Hello, friendly neighborhood Velvet Owl here, and today I'm watching Another Yeti, a love story, Life on the Streets. Quite a mouthful of a title, almost as bad as Birds of Prey, something Emancipation, Harley Quinn, Fabulous. I don't know why they couldn't just call that Birds of Prey or Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey if you need the Harley Quinn name. Okay, this starts with a Bible quote, and I'm going to pause this so I can read the entire quote because I'm thinking it's not an actual Bible quote. And thus Jesus giveth a magical kiss to the mechanical boy, transmorphing him to flesh and blood. And Jesus saith unto him, You are my child, as is every other person who walketh the earth, except for gay men, because two dudes kissing is gross. Two girls kissing is pretty dope, though. you know, Maybe some biblical scholar out there can tell me if that really is in the Bible or not. I'm guessing maybe not, or maybe a mistranslation. I guess I didn't need to pause it because that really stood on screen forever. So now there's a door opening, and okay, we've got this pimp looking guy without a shirt. He's white. It's a white pimp, so you know, it's not a racist film because it's white pimp, right? And oh, so we must be from the point of view of someone because he just threw glass, or not glass, a drink in my face, martini maybe, and he's mad because whoever I am, I guess I'm, since it's from this point of view, I took his drugs and now he's giving me dick, and oh my God, it's the Yeti because he's looking in a mirror and the Yeti's getting raped. That's how we're starting this film, is with a Yeti getting raped. I don't know if that makes it an awesome movie or a terrible movie, but the credits are very retro 80s, try and go for a feel with very neon grids and stuff. And I don't know what kind of font that is, but there's a lot of neon lights. So it's going for a very 80s feel. And there's silhouette of girls dancing and guns. So it's kind of like that James Bond intro with all the silhouettes and the women dancing and guns being shot, but against a lot of 80s background. And I don't think this movie was made in the 80s, so I think it's just going for that retro vibe. And oh, now the Yeti's also dancing, silhouette style. So, I mean, I think this is a comedy that's trying too hard. So, not that the. Oh my God, and penis. Penis right in my face. So, I guess equal opportunity nudity, hopefully. I mean, I hope I get some boobs later to offset starting. This movie started off with a Yeti rape and then penis straight in my face. And I don't mean that to sound homophobic, because if I were gay, I probably still wouldn't want to see penis, because those things are fucking gross. They should be outlawed. I know I have one. I don't like looking at my own penis either. So the penis is because there's a nude model and he's getting drawn. So, I mean, I guess artistic license, I guess nudity because he's drawing art. So I guess this is artistic nudity. And this guy's got some drawings on the background. Most of them are penises, but then there's a tooth that says no cavities. Oh, but if you look closely, there's a penis inside the tooth. And another one has a banana, a smiling banana next to the penis. Okay, so this is a penis artist, I'm guessing. He's very much into wanting to draw penises. And this is going on for quite some time. And I feel like I want to fast forward through this, but already saying that I don't like seeing penises, I feel like I've already like gone into like the homophobic side, so I'm gonna pull it back and force myself to watch penises to prove I'm not homophobic. But the more you say you're not homophobic, the more you sound homophobic. And it's a vicious cycle. But trust me, I love gay people. I just hate penises. And I'm digging myself into a further hole here. And I'm sorry for that. Please forgive me. I don't mean it. And so we're off. Like the penis artist is now with a wheelchair guy. I think they're related. Um, Wheelchair guy apparently has narcolepsy since the accident that took the use of his legs. And but he's smiling. He's got something, I guess a stuffed animal or something that helps him fall asleep, so he's very happy. But penis artist guy isn't so happy because wheelchair guy is falling asleep all the time. And I guess that's not good because you can't sleep all day, which I guess in, because that's what society tells us. But okay, now, so penis artist guy has a baby Yeti in the crib. I'm guessing the Yeti, not really what I would think a baby Yeti looks like, but since this movie is called Another Yeti, I'm guessing it's supposed to be a Yeti. It's kind of a freak, like deformed Muppet that got left in the oven too long, which I'm not sure why someone's putting the Muppet in the oven to begin with, but I'm guessing they're a couple now that I'm seeing more interaction. I thought maybe it was a family member, but no, I think it's a couple. And now he's telling a story of I guess, a slasher film during camp and people in sheets. They might have been the KKK. I'm not quite sure. Oh, so it was a cult, and they were forcing Yetis to rape people. So I guess maybe karmic of earlier the Yeti getting raped. I'm not sure if the Yeti getting raped was karma for the Yeti raping people, or if the Yeti raping people was karma for the Yeti getting raped. Um, this is very confusing. A lot of lore that this is way too deep for me. So, penis artist guy is telling the baby Yeti that his father was shot. So I'm guessing he's telling the baby Yeti the story of his parents, but um, apparently a penis artist guy had sex with the Yeti and got pregnant, so the baby Yeti is his baby. And so, like I said, I think this film is trying way too hard with its comedy because gay men got impregnated by a Yeti and had a baby Yeti, and then he's telling his baby Yeti a very traumatic story about his father being killed. And now we switch to a different couple that are trying to have sex and it's not working out, and the guy can't come because the girl won't stick a machete in her hoo ha and yelled, "You killed Deborah," which is a very common fetish, actually. You'd be surprised. Not my particular fetish, but I'm not here to kink shame. So they're arguing because the sex is just bad, and the guy is upset, is worried that he'll never fully love again, which of course makes the woman angry because he's basically saying he doesn't love her. And now he's going to leave to go take a run, I guess. He says he's taking a run. He doesn't think girls have secrets because she just told him that that she has secrets, but he doesn't believe that she has secrets. And they said catch you on the flop side because he's an idiot and is trying to say flip side, but said flop side. But let's get catch you on the flop side going. And he's a neighbor to the gay couple with the baby Yeti. So they just both happen to be walking out at the same time. So they seem very friendly, just hanging out. Now they decide to go on a walk all together. They're taking the baby Yeti for a walk. And baby Yeti's got headphones listening to his music or something. And they're talking about their love woes and about the machete. And oh, here's white pimp guy again. And he says he's gonna kidnap the Yeti baby. He's watching across the street through binoculars. So I'm guessing that was a flash forward at the beginning of the film, and this Yeti is the Yeti that's gonna get raped by the white pimp, and um, gay artist guy just came in his pants. This is what happens when I stop to try to explain things. There is so much happening in this film, way too much. None of it good. And now, penis failure guy, I guess we'll call him, just left across the street because he saw a girl in a bikini. So, I mean, I guess who can blame him? Hang out with the baby Yeti or the girl in the bikini? And now, penis failure guy has walked into what I believe is a strip club because there is a girl on a pole who's barely dancing. So it's a terrible strip club. And now a guy come in with blood from his ear, so we'll call him ear blood guy. Bartender is wearing one of those shirts that looks like you're having wearing a bikini that's meant for like a woman because he's fun loving guy, and um he's got glasses and a beard. I know I'm not doing a very good job. I'm not doing justice to his description, but he seems like he's a fun wacky guy in a film full of fun wacky people. And apparently sliz means pussy, but pussy means farts. This is I do not understand the language of I mean, this is sleazy LA, I guess, or something. There's all sorts of language that I don't know. And they're talking bartender seems to think that penis failure guy has a daughter for some reason. And so now we're back to gay couple with a baby Yeti. And I gotta say, they're warming my heart. They just seem so happy and in love. And a lot of times in movies, especially like these really low budget movies, you just never really get that sense that okay, these people are actually in love or care or met each other beforehand. But I can really feel that. What the fuck? Something just flew out of a window at a building they were at. Bats, maybe. Um, I guess I could always rewind to find out, but it just went so fast. I don't really feel like it. But um, so he's gay artist guy is gonna go into the store where the bats just flew out of, and has boarded up other windows and crime scene tape. But he's leaving wheelchair guy because it's not wheelchair accessible. Even though like there's not any steps, so wheelchair guy absolutely can go inside this store. Oh, but he was just making wheelchair guy leave because he wanted to go into the sexy dance club that was next door. And some other guy with tattoos has thrown out penis failure guy for drugs, and now there's a homeless guy with a shopping cart. They're staring off, like tattoo guy and homeless guy are just staring off, and Bird just like shit on tattoo guy, which I'm very happy because even though I've only seen him for like 30 seconds, I hate the guy. He looks like a douche. Oh, I guess that wasn't penis failure guy that got thrown out because penis failure guy just walked into a jerk off booth, and so now penis artist guy, he's going up to the bar and wacky bartender, they're talking, and the same girl is still on the stripper pole without having taken any clothes off. So I can absolutely say that this must be the worst strip club ever. Um, you know, because it's got to have been 5 minutes by the time that we started when we last saw the strip club, and she hasn't taken any clothes off. And now penis failure guy's in the jack off booth, and he put in his quarter, so now he's seeing this woman dance inside like a little booth, and she's pretending to be a puppy. And now she's doing the robot, which I don't know. Is this typically how it goes in a jack off booth? I've never been in one, so I can't say for sure. And now she's licking the window, and this is very. Oh, but she's got a machete, which is this guy, penis failures guy's kink. So, yeah, he's getting off on it. Um, yeah, I don't know if this is the way like booths really are, so I can't say for sure how accurate this film is portraying. But before he could come, the jizz mopper comes in to start cleaning up the jizz, a little prematurely. Oh, it's tattoo guy from earlier, so at least I can call him jizz mopper instead of tattoo guy. So if you're keeping track, jizz mopper is tattoo guy is jizz mopper. In case I get like the names confused later and I forget what I started calling him. And penis artist guy is dressed like a baby and talking about tiny penises. And I mean, again, like I am not trying to kink shame anyone in this film, um, but unfortunately, like now I'm not buying it. Like penis artist guy when he was with wheelchair guy and baby Yeti, it felt real. I could really believe him. Now that he's dressed like a baby and apparently dancing at the stripper pole, I feel this is a violation of his character. It just does not feel true to me. And it's a shame because this film was kind of starting on a good trajectory, but it's losing me. I just don't believe that he would really be doing this, and all these guys are really into it. But oh, some cool like video effects, um, where it's just that thing where it just becomes a collage of the same image, and there's like 500 of those images, and it's like one of the first things you learn in video editing school. So I'm guessing the guy just got out of video editing school and wanted to show off his skills. Um, the guys are a lot more into the dancing baby than they were on the girl stripper, which I don't blame them because that girl stripper had no moves, did not seem into it. Gay gay penis artist baby guy, he was owning the stage though. So I'll give him that. I will give them that. I don't know if I really believe that would be his character. But now penis failure guy is talking to the jerk off booth girl, and they're having a nice conversation. Now that it's not all about jerking off, you know, they seem that they're nice people. They're getting along. And she told him that he's the first person that's ever liked the machete routine. And oh, but Jizz Mopper guy has interrupted them because they were starting to have a moment over the machete routine. But Jizz Mopper guy, he just ruins everything. Like he stopped the guy from being able to come in the jerk off booth, and then he just took away penis artist. Wait, not penis artist guy, penis failure guy away from having a connection with jerk off booth girl. I don't think these are the actual names of these characters, by the way, in case you were thinking that. I don't know what any of the characters' names are, and I don't really care. I like calling them. So, penis artist baby guy, he's doing another routine, and people are liking it. Now Jizz Mopper guy is showing Penis Failure guy around and telling him of all the different rooms of the different fetishes. I mean, at first this was seemed like just your regular old strip club with boring strippers, but apparently behind closed doors, this is a very happening fetish club. I mean, I don't know if I'd say happening, but I mean, one room has an animated snowman with a shoe on his head, which I think that might be my favorite character of all time of anything. Just a random animated snowman with a shoe on his head. I hope he comes back later in the film. Please. Please, filmmakers, I realize you've already made the film, so it's too late for you to go back and change it. But go back and change it. Go back in time, change it, because I want to see more of Snowman, animated Snowman guy, because he is my favorite character. So now we're back in regular outside of the club, and Wheelchair Guy and Baby Yeti have come back home, but oh no, White Pimp Guy and I guess his two hookers that are holding, one's holding a bat and the other's holding a wrench. So they're his hench whores. We'll go with that, White Pimp and the Hench Whores. That would be a pretty cool band name. That one's free of charge. If anyone wants to start a band, White Pimp and the Hench Whores, I won't even charge you royalties for it. But he really wants the Baby Yeti. And, you know, either... Okay, he's threatening him with a sandwich. Oh, wrong pocket. It was a gun. But Baby Yeti is fighting White Pimp and attacking the hench whores because he doesn't want to go with them. And oh my god, Baby Yeti just fucking chewed off one of the hench whores' faces. Okay, I forgive everything that's happened up to this point in the film just for... Now we're back to the strip club. Come on, I want more face chewing from the Baby Yeti. That was pretty awesome, but now they're back to penis artist baby guy stripping, which he took his diaper off. They only gave us an ass shot, so we didn't actually see any penis. But so far, baby penis artist guy is the only stripper that took their clothes off at the strip club. How does that strip club stay in business? Other than the backdoor fetish kinks going on. But now Penis Failure Guy and Penis Artist Guy are walking back home. One of them jizzed in their pants, and they see bloody handprints on the door, but they don't really think much about it. And Wheelchair Guy, I think, is dead. He's laying on the floor, and he's got blood all over his crotch. And Penis Artist Guy, it took him a few minutes to realize, oh, there's something wrong with this scene, and so now he's called the police. They're doing their crime investigation thing, where they're dusting for fingerprints, I guess. And everyone's upset. And then, I'm not sure if this is Jerk-Off Booth Girl or Penis Failure's first girlfriend from earlier in the film. And, oh, but Wheelchair Guy is not dead. He's still alive. Okay, good, because I liked him. I like his character. He's got a pretty badass handlebar mustache. He kind of looks like, that one dude from Walking Dead. Abraham? And he has frog tags, which are like dog tags, but you use them to catch frogs. Okay, a very weird explanation on what frog tags are, but we'll skip that. Which, there's not much going on right here. So, apparently frog tags, you give one to a frog that you see, and then when you come back the next year, if you see the frog with that tag, you know that that's your frog friend. And so now, Wheelchair Guy is describing I think he's trying. I don't know who the hell he's trying to describe. So, but he's talking to the lead detective. So now he's telling him that there was a pimp guy, and detective guy is not really too interested. Um, Kind of looks like Lorenzo Lamas with a mustache. And there's a detective whose name is Bernie Weekend. Get it? What? Get it? Bernie Weekend? Weekend at Bernie's? My God, this film is trying way too hard with some of this comedy. Really, with all of this comedy. All I want is just animated snowman guy and Baby Yeti eating faces. I mean, so far this film has flashes of greatness, and it's getting bogged down too much with these attempts at humor. And so detective guy is, did I call the other guy lead detective guy? So so there's Lorenzo Lamas detective guy who seems crooked because apparently there's a cops mafia. But well, we'll call him Bernie since that's his name because I don't have a better way to describe him. But he's kind of like one of those scruffy like private detectives who, he's a renegade. He plays by his own rules. He has his shirt unbuttoned. It's a flamingo shirt. Yeah, he's a bad boy. That sounded really terrible, didn't it? I mean, as long as I don't have to see this guy's penis, he is kind of attractive. There, I said it. So now we got, and he pulled out a fake mustache, and I am so confused. But he wants $20, but the other guys aren't gonna give him $20 because, you know, fuck you, you're a cop, you make money. And still no one's helped the wheelchair guy up. Which, everyone's an asshole, and blonde girl that I'm not sure if she's stripper booth girl or dissatisfied sex girl. I wish there was a better way to tell the difference because they really look alike. And I mean, maybe that's racist of me, but I kind of think all blonde white girls look pretty similar. I mean, they're all white and they're all blonde. And but I make no apologies. You know, sometimes you just have to tell the truth. And the truth is that all blonde white girls are all white and they're all blonde. There, I said it. So I'm guessing that's not stripper booth girl because now we're back to the strip club and stripper booth girl still wearing the nightie from earlier. And I'm guessing White Pimp works here and they just gave B Yeti a shot of something. Or no, they drew his blood because they're going to do something with DNA, and I think they're going to try to clone him. Which I don't blame them. If you have a Yeti, why not try to clone it so that there's more Yetis? So this one scientist guy is talking to White Pimp, and apparently, scientist guy raised White Pimp after his mom died. But White Pimp's not happy, so he just shot Doctor Guy. I mean, I think he's a doctor. He's talking like he was in a lab, but he's got like one of those bolo ties on. And I'm pretty sure this takes place in LA, not Texas. So, I mean, if it was Texas, I could buy that the doctor would just be wearing a bolo tie. And White Pimp Guy just stabbed Doctor Guy in the eye with a sword. I'm not sure where he got the sword from. And, I mean, that's not very nice considering that Doctor Guy did help. What the fuck? He had two buttons, one that said self-destruct and the other said call sex piss. And I mean, he pressed the call sex piss button, so I'm guessing. Oh, it's Jizz Mopper Guy. I guess Jizz Mopper Guy is Sex Piss, and he's singing a song about mopping up the jizz, which is good. I'm glad he enjoys his job. Like, it's very important to enjoy what you do for a living, and Jizz Mopper apparently really loves mopping up jizz. And now we got Sex Booth Girl. She's still got Baby Yeti, and huh. Apparently, the whole reason she's working is so she can afford to get VCR lessons or VCR repair lessons so she could repair her VCR. So I'm glad we're getting some backstory on these characters. They're not just stock like some stripper, sex booth, machete girl. She does have a storyline, a story arc, and I am really hoping that she ends up being able to fix her VCR. So now we got some shots of the LA Knight, and there's currently a wrestler, LA Knight. He used to be Eli Drake, which is a much cooler name, but I mean, LA Knight still allows him to do the LA Knight, like Eli Drake. And now here's a full grown Yeti. I don't know if it's the baby Yeti and this is like sometime in the future, but this big Yeti's got like some silver pants and these like skeezy guys are throwing money at him. And I'm so confused. So they're gonna pay him money to have sex because I guess these two skeezy guys just are really into Yeti sex. But Yeti is not having it, so he runs away, and skeezy guys go back to doing something skeezy. And then here's some other skeezy guys, except they're more rockabilly skeezy guys. And they were trying to hurt someone, so Yeti comes and he's fighting them, knocks one of the guy's teeth out. Teeth. Grammatically, I don't know which one to go with. So apparently, this is Jack Off Alley, and the rockabilly greaser skeezy guys are the Alley Jacks, and they're saying Jack a lot, and assemble all over his face. I'm not sure if they're gonna jizz in his face or piss in his face. Um, they're definitely gonna do something. Yeti's down on his knees, and I'm not sure what's going on, but it's very degrading for Yeti. And here comes Penis Failure Guy and Penis Artist Guy, and they're walking through Rape District. There's an actual sign that says Rape District, which is good because it it's good to know if you're about to go into Rape District. Just fair warning, I'm very glad that Los Angeles is trying to clean up, not necessarily clean up the neighborhoods, but at least warn people to know where to go. And now they saved Yeti, and I'm confused if, I mean, is this the baby Yeti, or did they find like baby Yeti's mama or something? Now, sleazy official detective guy is just kind of spying on them with binoculars because he's up to something. And now we're back to wheelchair guy and disappointed girl. What did I go with her? What was her? The one that penis failure guy disappointed. We'll just call her disappointed girl for now. So she's helping wheelchair guy to eat like yogurt. Not, what are they called? Go-gurts? The yogurt in the tube. And she gave him a typewriter. And so now the two of them are complaining about the men in their lives, because they are very, I guess, unhappy with the men in their lives, and hopefully they'll. I mean, if they don't leave the men in their lives, at least maybe hopefully the men in their lives will learn to change. 'Cause I just want a happy ending. Not necessarily for a disappointed girl, because she kind of annoys me, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's this yellow dress she's wearing. I'm not a fan of the color yellow. And apparently she also has a lot of wheelchair porn mags. Okay, so I'm coming around on her. Again, because I'm not about kink shaming. Whatever your fetish is all good. And apparently this film has had just so many different fetishes going around. But I can dig the wheelchair fetish. I mean, not my fetish, but, you know, I can understand why people would have that. And so now they're gonna make out, which, so I guess wheelchair guy is bi or poly or pan. I thought he was just gay, but I mean, I appreciate that this film is just showing a wide range of sexual preferences. It's just running the whole gamut. Um, yeah, it's very forward thinking, very progressive. And now Rogue Skeezy Detective is complaining about cantaloupes, and sleazy official looking detective, they're just having like a whole something or other. These guys bore me up. I'm gonna fast forward through them. There was a punch thrown. They're still yelling at each other. Blah, blah, blah. He took his cantaloupes. Now we're back to the aftermath of disappointed girl and wheelchair guy. I'm guessing they had sex because wheelchair guy is now on the floor and she's just in her bra. And now Penis Artist guy and Penis Failure guy have brought the Yeti back to home. I think this is Penis Failure's home. And they're laying Yeti down on the bed because he's had a rough time. So I'm glad they're going to take care of Yeti and just let him to get a chance to relax. Actually, there's some other guy who just took his pants off, and we're getting more penis shots. This movie is very fond of penis shots. I think that, yeah, this was the guy that was getting his penis painted earlier. And this movie is very big on male nudity. Again, very forward thinking. You know, we have so many movies that are just with gratuitous nudity of women tits, and this movie is kind of flipping that around and saying, no, we're giving full frontal guy wang, just flopping all about, and not my thing. As I mentioned before, I do not like the look of penises. Nothing against you if you like looking at just flappy wangs. And I mean, I have this theory that the guys who do full frontal are just trying to show off. Because they always just have like a giant floppy wang. You very rarely see like a guy just do full frontal nudity and he's just got micro penis. That I wish we had more of. So now Penis Failure guy is back in the bar, I think. Yeah, because there's Jizz Mopper guy, who's happy to see him. You know what? I think Jizz Mopper guy is my favorite character in this movie because he is so happy and so in love with his job and in love with people. And now he just hit penis failure guy with a wrench, and oh, Yeti guy's puke. Okay, I'm fast forwarding. Yeti guy's puking. Do not need to see this. And so now we got a psychedelic penis party animation thing. I guess as a palate cleanser to the Yeti puke. I guess he's having feverish nightmare dreams. Oh, I think it's supposed to be like train spotting because now there's the baby Yeti crawling across the ceiling with animated syringes and then animated penises and just animated everything just flying around and um penis artist guy having sex with himself. You know what? This 30-second animation clip is actually kind of cool. I I highly recommend that if you're gonna watch this movie, just fast forward to about 41 minutes in. 41 minutes. That's a pretty cool animation sequence with just very dated reference to train spotting, which I wonder if like the young kids watching this would even get that. Do the young kids watch train spotting? Have you watched train spotting? You should. It's a very good movie. It's very insane and has that baby crawling across the ceiling. So now it's the next day, and Yeti is feeling better. And they're out on the condo. They're talking. It's Yeti guy and penis artist guy. And now penis artist guy is complaining about wheelchair guy. And you know what? Maybe it's just for the best if those guys break up. I don't think they really like each other anymore. But penis artist guy, I think he might be in love with Yeti in the bow chicka wow wow way. I hate doing the bow chicka wow wow sound because that seems so cliche, but since this is audio and you can't see me like do the finger through the other finger, which I think is a cool like, is that like official like sign language? I don't know if it is, but it should be. But I think penis artist guy and Yeti, they're gonna probably get it on. So I'm really hoping this is not baby Yeti grown up. I think this just happens to be another Yeti. That, oh my god, fucking Yeti wang. That I was not expecting. I probably should have expected that because this movie is very big on just wangs. But wow, Yeti wang just, this movie has it all except boobs for some reason. But oh my god, like, jeez, like the Yeti wang is like 10 feet long. Um, okay, exaggeration. It's probably like a foot long, but still a foot long Yeti wang. Just, my god, how long are they gonna focus on Yeti wang? How does it even come out? Like the way you see it, like it's just so like visible. Like, did he just move the fur? Like, how was he hiding? Actually, now it comes to think of it, maybe this is why he was wearing pants earlier. It's just he's got a fucking huge Yeti wing. That is something I will never be able to unsee. So now failed penis guy is tied up. He's been kidnapped and he's in the back of the club, and Jizz Mopper guy seems to be fingering a clone of himself. Yeah, no, definitely I mean, unless he's got a twin brother. And now we're back to, why does the Yeti still have his wang out? I guess maybe he just can't put it away. I guess I mean, it makes sense because if a guy has no pants on, there's not really a way for him to just hide his wang. You know, his dick's just gonna be flopping out there. So put some fucking pants on, Mr. Yeti guy. Please. This is a I was gonna say this is a children's neighborhood, but I've seen and now gratuitous sex scene. Yeti's a top, which come on, really, like we all knew that was the way it was gonna be. I'm kind of mesmerized by this. Like they got quite a few different sex positions going on. I don't know how accurate this is as far as like Yeti on man sex goes, but people just walked in on this. I think they were being shown the apartment or something. For a second, I thought they were gonna stay there and watch this Yeti on man sex going on, which it's still going on. This scene is still going on, and one of the guys came back to take a quick peek, and but now he's gone away, and okay, it's over with, and we're back to the sex club. Oh, and sex booth girl, she's got the baby Yeti, so okay, now it's completely cleared up, and oh, boobs. You know, this movie takes large part of this movie takes place in a strip club, and nearly an hour into it, we finally see some boobs. And she's kind of ashamed of it, so she put on a shirt that has the boobs cut out. So you still see her boobs, and yeah, sorry for that long pause, but you know, that's kind of going to happen whenever there's boobs on the screen. So at least this movie is making it up to me for having to sit through like Yeti Wang and Yeti sex. I forgive this movie now. So, I mean, I guess I'll call her Boobs Girl because I thought she was going to be kind of just like in and out of a scene. But so Boobs Girl and Jizz Mopper are just kind of talking while she gives him a hand job. And apparently they have a lot in common because they both were raised by dogs, which is interesting. I mean, I've heard of, you know, people being raised by wolves, being raised by dogs. I wonder, like, what's the differences between someone raised by a wolf and raised by a dog? Someone should do some sort of study on that. And okay, Jizzmopper guy just disappeared, but somehow she didn't realize it and was still like just giving a hand job to empty space. And now Yeti and Penis Artist Guy are kind of snuggling in bed. It's after sex, and neither of them have put clothes on, which is good. It kind of bugs me that, you know, in movies, people have sex and then they rush to put clothes on. Like they're embarrassed of, you know, their own nudity. Like, you guys just saw each other naked for like 20 minutes while fucking, and suddenly you're going to become shy and modest afterwards. But not Yeti and Penis Artist Guy. They're they're comfortable in their bodies. Thankfully, they've got a blanket over them, so I don't have to see either of their wangs. And so now, Penis Artist Guy has taken Yeti to a bar. It's a different bar. I don't think it's the same strip club that they've been frequently earlier. Um, Interesting. There's an ad in the background behind the bartender that features OJ. And so I'm kind of going to focus more on this OJ ad that's already like not even on camera anymore. which is more interesting than. Okay, so apparently bartender guy has like a briefcase full of guns because that's what people go to this bar is for, actually to buy illegal weapons. And Yeti and Penis Artist Guy have bought a lot of guns, and then a penis joke in there because penises, guns, you know how it goes. This movie is really bad at the comedy, very cringy. And now, disappointed girl is dressed up like a surgeon with blood all over her because I guess that's her latest fetish with wheelchair guy. But whatever they're about to do gets interrupted because here's Yeti and penis artist guy, and apparently he was hiding a bullet in a baby bottle. But this is actually kind of a heartwarming scene because wheelchair guy and penis artist guy, they realize, they're not a good couple. And they're gonna let each other go on. Apparently, penis artist guy might have HIV, which is kind of a shitty way to just kind of drop that on there. Like, we're breaking up. You move on with your life because you deserve better. By the way, I've got HIV. Maybe you might want to check that out. Which I guess means Yeti guy might now have the Yeti might have HIV now. Or YIV? I don't know. He's not a human, so. And oh my god! I'm not sure what's going on, but disappointing penis guy. What did I. Penis failure guy. How did I forget his name already? He's still kidnapped and tied up to a chair. And then there's this other guy who's giving birth to my god. I don't even know how to describe these creatures. Kind of like little voodoo dolls that have hoods. They're they might have thought about joining the KKK or something. Just I don't know. Uh, and poor Jizzmopper has to throw this baby into the fetus shredder. Seriously, this movie has a fetus shredder. I don't know what to think of this movie. It has some interesting ideas, and then it just has like all this like really really terrible attempts at humor, like a fetus shredder. And I think Jizzmopper guy's. It looks like he's about to shoot himself, maybe. But I don't think he's trying to kill himself. I think he's just an idiot playing with a gun. Which, again, to the subtle parts of. No, no, no. I think he's playing Russian roulette. That's what. I don't know if he's playing it as a way of wanting to kill himself or if he's just an idiot. But, very nice, subtle social commentary, which is all the way in the background, and I'm not paying attention to whatever's going on in the foreground. Um, looks like white pimp guy is mad about something with the Yeti. Um, so I guess he's trying to like all these weird creature things are the attempted trying to create another Yeti, and Jizz Mopper guy's eating one of them, eating fetuses, which I don't know. I've lost the plot. The film has lost the plot. Um, White pimp guy is gonna make penis failure guy into a mama. He said, because this film apparently thinks that men are the ones that give babies. Men don't birth no babies. Let me tell you that. So Yeti and Penis Artist Guy are plotting their big rescue. They're standing outside the strip club. and it's going back and forth and blah blah blah. And oh, they've got some CCTV, some security cameras, so they see that Yeti and Penis Artist Guy are hiding out there with the guns. So this whole mission is already going haywire. They're not as covert as they thought they would be. Drain my pasta in you. I mean, I think it's probably more of a sex catchphrase. I mean, I'm probably never going to be in a position where I'm going to be shooting people and I can say, I'm going to drain my pasta in you. My wife might not appreciate me saying it during sex either. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to drain my pasta in you. So, but Penis Artist Guy gets a free calendar while one of the cops is trying to take Boob Girl hostage. But that doesn't really work because I don't think Penis Artist Guy and his head just got blown off. Not Penis Artist Guy, the cop guy. Sex booth worker girl tells Baby Yeti everything's gonna be okay because it's like the story in the Bible where Jesus kisses a robot and he becomes a real boy. I'm not sure if it's the robot becoming a real boy or Jesus becoming the real boy. But holy fuck, she's now got a machete. And now the Papa Yeti and Penis Artist Guy are just going crazy with their machine guns. And oh no, they're all out of ammo. You don't see that too many times in movies where they just run out of ammo. So, but now they're fighting Nunchuck Dude, who's got a pretty sweet mustache. I must say, I appreciate it. Oh, what the fuck? Yeti just shoved the nunchucks into Nunchuck Guy's eyes. That was pretty brutal. And now, sleazy official-looking detective guy is back. He's got his gun pointed against the Yeti. But now sleazy, unconventional rogue detective has come out and he's got his gun and he accidentally shot the stripper. Apparently it was his ex-wife, so okay, so it wasn't just a random shooting of a stripper. And then he shoots the official detective. So sleazy rogue detective guy has officially gone completely rogue and he's left the cops and but he just got shot by a sex booth girl who thought that he was trying to kill Penis Artist Guy, but then he just kind of almost like spontaneously combusted into just dust, and that was kind of weird. I'm not sure if I missed something earlier in the film that maybe he was like a fairy or some sort of like magical creature to just kind of explode into dust there. But so now we got Penis Artist Guy, Sex Booth Girl, and Papa Yeti. They're all teaming up to go get Baby Yeti. And oh, another kinky sex room where people are fucking a blow up doll while wearing animal masks. And they all get shot. Which I feel bad for them. They were just there trying to get their kink on. I don't think they deserve to. Now here's a jazz band and they get blown up by a grenade. Now while I feel bad for the fetish kink guys getting killed, I do not feel bad for the jazz band being killed. That's just one of the risks you run when you're in a jazz band. And I mean, if you can't tell, I'm not really like big into jazz, but I don't want to say all jazz artists deserve to die 'Cause that's kind of mean, and I'm not gonna, you know, propagate and call for violence against jazz musicians. So, but now there's another room that seems like it's got juggalos, and they're about to get blown up. Yep, there goes their bomb. So I feel bad for them because, you know, if you asked me like a few years ago, I'd be like, juggalos, what the hell, you know? But I've grown to appreciate Insane Clown Posse and the juggalo lifestyle. Not for me, but, you know, they seem like good people. They seem surprisingly like good people, and I think they're very misunderstood. So, but they just killed Animated Snowman. Okay, now that just makes me sad. Like, sadder than the Juggalos being killed. I wonder how many times that's been, like, uttered in the history of the universe. The death of a snowman made me sadder than the death of some Juggalos. I think I might tweet that and just see what kind of responses I get. So now they've reached up to White Pimp, who just took off his pants, and he's got like kind of goat legs. I don't know if he's like that guy Pan. Is Pan his name? Robin Goodfella from the Shakespeare plays and all the old myths. So he seems like he's part goat, and I think we just saw his penis. I'm not entirely sure. We'll just say yes, because this movie is very fond of showing penises. And while talking, I just missed the cutback to something else, but now we're back to White Pimp Guy, who's offering some heroin, brown heroin, to Yeti. I've never had any experience with heroin, so I don't know what heroin actually looks like. So, I mean, is heroin brown? Because I was thinking white, but white is cocaine. So I know there's black tar heroin. I don't know if it's actually black, though. Maybe I'll go Google some stuff about heroin, and I'll tell you about it in the next episode of my podcast. Probably not, because I will completely forget that I was even going to do anything about heroin. That just sounds weird. I forgot I was going to do anything about heroin. But now, Jizz Mopper just got knocked down by a sex booth girl who's about to have a cat fight, I think, with... Was she a doctor or a scientist? But for some reason she's in a bikini, and now they're in a pool full of jello. It's some sort of liquid. Very sticky liquid, so I don't know if it is jello. And woo! That's gonna be my sound now when I see boobs in a movie is woo! Sex booth girl top has been torn off, and so has the other scientist girl. But I mean, finally, after like an entire film where she's had like 15 scenes, either in the strip club or in the sex booth, she finally just whips him out, and while she's strangling another topless woman. If you may remember, in a past podcast, I did talk about how I like seeing topless women fighting. Like, there was a movie when I saw as a kid where this topless woman was just kicking ass. So this is a nice callback to that. I mean, it has nothing to do with that, but just, I don't know, titties and violence. That's what makes America. And she is still topless, while Jizz Mopper's clone just got put into a shredder, the fetus shredder from earlier. Since he's bigger than a fetus, he didn't get completely killed. I mean, he got killed, but just didn't get completely shredded up. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard for me to concentrate right now because there are boobs. And I don't want people to mistake that I only watch movies for boobs. But I do really like movies. And Jizz Mopper just cock-blocked penis failure guy from making out with sex booth girl. But penis failure guy doesn't realize it because he had his eyes closed, and so instead he kissed Jizz Mopper, which, I mean, even with my eyes closed, I think I would be able to tell if I was kissing a guy that had a beard instead of a hot chick. Now, White Pimp is telling his um, plan to take over the world or something with Yeti clones. And surprise, surprise, White Pimp's gun is actually a sword. That's, oh, ow, 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 ow. He was about to slash penis artist guy, and Yeti, Papa Yeti, just stuck his dick out to save him, and just, ow, the machete just got stuck in his dick. And there's more stuff going on, so I'm gonna pause the film while I just kind of reflect on the fact that a machete just got stuck in a Yeti dick. You know, recording this podcast today for this film, I've uttered a lot of phrases I never thought I would utter in my life. And I think machete getting stuck in a Yeti dick has to rank up there. And things I never thought I would say. Things I never thought I would see. And so, White Pimp has now decapitated Yeti because he got his machete out, but I don't even have time to grieve for the death of Yeti. That just image of a machete stuck in a Yeti dick. A machete stuck in a Yeti dick. Say that out loud. The more you say it out loud, the crazier you sound. But that's what this movie gave us. A machete in a fucking Yeti dick. Okay, now back to the movie where penis artist guy now has the gun and he shoots. I should have seen this coming. Okay, God, I gotta keep pausing because so much shit is happening in these last few minutes of the film. So, you know, he, for revenge, or avenge, whichever way you look at it, penis artist guy shot White Pimp, and White Pimp fell and got impaled on the still hard Yeti dick. Because, I mean, as you can imagine, Papa Yeti is his decapitated body is on the floor, and his dick is still rock hard, sticking straight up, and White Pimp fell on it, and the dick went right through his eye. I'm not really familiar with the anatomy of a Yeti, so I don't know how Yeti dicks work. Or, you know, really, I don't know how dicks work after death for anyone. If they, like, if you die with an erection, does the erection, like, continue on? Like, is it rigor mortis sets in and it just keeps you that way? Because I would think, like, after you're dead, all the blood would flow out of there, right? And so you wouldn't have an erection. But maybe it's different with Yetis. Maybe Yeti dicks just are so powerful that, you know, they withstand a fucking machete. Can I just go back to the fact that a machete was stuck in a Yeti dick? If it was a human dick, the machete would have sliced it right off. But no, it's super fucking powerful Yeti dick. So the machete was stuck, and now the Yeti dick impaled White Pimp right through the eye. I'm going to take a moment to compose myself. And composure over. So, Sex Booth Girls finally put her clothes back on. And I'm being generous when I say clothes, because she's just been wearing, like, a nightgown, like, this entire film. Pretty flimsy nightgown. But she picks up Baby Yeti and is going to comfort Baby Yeti. And failed penis guy is trying to console penis artist guy about what's just gone on. And trying to let him know that everything's going to be okay. And, you know, I think everything is going to be okay. And here comes Jizz Mopper guy, and I'm not sure if he's a clone or the original. I've lost track, but he gets so distraught over seeing White Pimp with his head fucking impaled on a Yeti dick. And I cannot stress that enough. This film has a Yeti dick straight through a dead guy's eye. I would be distraught too if I walked into a room. It wouldn't even matter if it was someone I completely hated. Just the image of seeing a fucking Yeti dick through a person's eye. So distraught, his hands go flailing, and he accidentally hits the self-destruct button. So now, um, apparently, Sex Booth Girl just says that there's self-destruct buttons in every room, including next to the soap dispenser in the bathroom. So next time you're in a club, just be careful if when you're gonna go like dispense soap as you're washing your hands, make sure there's not a self-destruct button and make sure you don't hit it. So building's about to self-destruct and my god, these last 10-15 minutes of the film may have saved the film. So Penis Failure Guy and Penis Artist Guy have gotten out. I'm hoping Sex Booth Girl and Baby Yeti get out, and I really hope for Jizz Mopper Guy to get out as well. But right now we're just at Penis Artist Guy and Failed Penis Guy. When a time machine comes in, it's like a van being driven by a Yeti. And, well, a good point being brought up here. The Yeti tells him to get in the van because he doesn't have time to explain. Penis Artist Guy says, if it's a time machine, then couldn't you technically make time? And that's a good point. Because Yeti Guy can explain, take them, go back in time, or maybe there's mechanics to time travel that I'm not seeing here. But, you know what? Do a Google image for another Yeti time machine. I don't know if it'll bring it up, but I hope it does, because that thing looks fucking awesome. I think that it was made in Microsoft Paint. Jizz Mopper Guy made it out. Yes. He is out. He's a little worse for the wear. A lot of soot on his face. And he's very sad. What the fuck? The Yeti dick just went flying. Out of nowhere. And I don't know. I mean, I guess everything blew up, but the Yeti dick was perfectly preserved and went flying. Somehow not attached anymore to White Pimp's head. So I'm not sure if the explosion just propelled it. Propulsion. I don't know. I did bad in science. And it just shot the dick and separated it from the pimp head and just flew. That Yeti dick was perfectly preserved. The movie's not saying it, but I think Jizz Mopper is going to take that Yeti dick home. And really, wouldn't you? It's a fine specimen. It's a fucking Yeti dick. Sex Booth Girl and Baby Yeti did make it out, because now we're sometime in the future, and they're hanging on the beach. And she's telling Baby Yeti that one day they're going to find Papa Yeti, so I'm guessing she knows that Papa Yeti had the time machine and got back. Because, I mean, the last she knew, Papa Yeti was just dead, decapitated, with his fucking huge Yeti dick impaling a white pimp. Or maybe she thought that wasn't Baby Yeti's dad. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know how many Yetis are out there. And now that, I'm really mulling this over, it's awful fucking speciesist of me to just assume that because we got one big Yeti with a giant Yeti dick and one baby Yeti that they're somehow related. Not necessarily. You know, what am I trying to say? Am I trying to say that all Yetis look alike? Yes, I am. I guess I am a fucking speciesist. But so now we're in the future with. Okay, maybe this wasn't Papa Yeti, because now in the future there's all these other Yetis, which helps solve the question that was kind of bugging me, and that how could Papa Yeti then make a time machine after he's been dead and had his head decapitated? Um, could be something with Yeti dicks. The Yeti dick saved them. I don't know. All I know is they're in the future. There's lots of Yetis, and this Yeti is I I just okay. So the I don't even know if I could really like just I'm gonna pause these credits just because I want to get back to the credit I see, but I do have to say what happened at the end there. So the Yeti from the future, who probably isn't Papa Yeti because he can actually talk. So he gives Penis Artist guy a flyer. It's a wanted poster, and the drawing on the wanted poster is Penis Artist guy, and it said for crimes wanted for crimes against Yetianity. And Penis Artist guy says, "I'll show him crimes against you, Yetianity, sex crimes." And that's how we end the film. Yeah. Um, but fuck, I rewinded too far back. Um, okay, now in the credits, Baby Eddie, who I'm guessing is the Baby Yeti, is credited as playing himself. So uh, the Baby Yeti is real, maybe? I don't know. He's playing himself. I Oh, there's a after credits, mid credits thing. Look what you did, Marvel. You fucking just now every movie has to have a mid credit scene. It's wheelchair guy. He's typing away while disappointed sex girl or wheelchair guy lover, whatever you want to consider her now. You know, she's sitting there in love and Lloyd Kaufman. Ooh, sorry, I got excited. Lloyd Kaufman, head of trauma, director of Toxic Avenger, has a cameo as someone. Um, I think he's like a fertility doc. No, no, no. Okay. I think wheelchair guy who's written a book or something has come up to him, and Lloyd Kaufman. I'm not sure if it's a book or a film, but whatever it is, Lloyd Kaufman, who probably is playing himself, I'm not sure, is about has signed a deal. I'm just so fucking excited. I can't even describe what's going on. All I can tell you is Lloyd Kaufman, and behind him, I don't know who it is, um, but I think it's James Gunn. I don't know if it's really James Gunn, but I'm gonna say it's James Gunn. You could Google history between James Gunn and Lloyd Kaufman. But so he had some Jesus juice, wink, wink, call back to, you know, Michael Jackson and his liquor. And James Gunn, not James Gunn, we'll call him that, asked for some Jesus juice. And Lloyd Kaufman tells him, "There's some Jesus juice between my legs." Just so that, not very subtle, but would you expect subtlety from Lloyd Kaufman? Um, no, I guess it was a book because now Wheelchair Guy is signing copies of the book, and Jizz Mopper Guy has come up to get his copy, and he talks about how he's gonna drink someone's piss in hell. But yeah, so that's the end of the film. And, you know, I never would have thought that I could enjoy a movie that featured so much Yeti penis. And after watching one, I feel confident in sticking to that original sentiment. Um, yeah, I wouldn't recommend watching this unless you really, really, really have a thing for Yeti penis. And if you do, then I mean, this is the fucking Citizen Kane of Yeti penis movies. Honestly, maybe you do want to just watch the last 15 minutes. The last 15 minutes of the movie almost salvage it, almost make it worthwhile. Because you get, oh, hey, because I'm still watching the credits. Yeti penis was furnished by the Scott Thompson collection. So I am going to go. Oh, and there's a special thanks to Eli Roth. So we're going to say that Eli Roth was the guy that was giving Lloyd Kaufman a back rub and then wanting to drink his Jesus juice. But the Scott Thompson collection has. Wait, was it Scott Thompson? Scott Thompson is the guy from The Kids in the Hall, which would be just awesome. Let me rewind this back so I can get straight for who you should look up. Scott Thomas. The Scott Thomas collection furnished the Yeti penis. So if you want your very own Yeti penis, go see Scott Thomas. And I'm not even being paid to plug it. But yeah. If you want to watch, I recommend watch the last 15 minutes of this film. It's actually kind of fun because there's boobs, there's jello wrestling, and there is a pimp that gets impaled on a hard, huge Yeti dick.